goals we set are stemmed from the problems we've had and the life that we're fed up of having, so that in turn and in time, we can be who we're created and designed to be. There are seeds of greatness within us all. It is time to rise up. In order for growth in life to happen, sometimes we have to pull the dormant, dead things out in order for true growth to take place. See, when I built this garden originally, the plan and the idea was to have a salad garden in place. This garden was designed and built for growth to happen. And yes, I was able to harvest some of that great produce, but then what happened over time is I neglected it. Things started creeping in from the outside. I didn't even plant here. Now I have dead things and things that I didn't plant inside of my garden. But that wasn't the original plan. Because the original plan was to grow what I wanted, which was lettuce and tomatoes and those types of things. But what happens when we don't stay focused on what it is that we're created to do, things begin to creep in. We neglect what we are intended and focused and supposed to do. And then you have a garden that looks a lot really like this does. And this same is true in life, because we were created and built for great things, for growth and for life and joy, and to be able to serve and help others. But over time, what starts to happen is things start to creep in. We begin to allow things to just lie dead, and we do nothing about it. And when we do nothing about it, we're wasting all of this full potential of getting what we're supposed to have in life, from that true joy. And I don't know what it is in your life, but for me, it was a lot of things like procrastination. My health was something that I really wanted to focus on, and fitness and finances and battling over different things like an addiction. And so when things start to creep in that we're not designed to have in us, we don't have the growth that we're supposed to have. So the encouragement for you and the encouragement for me is that we have to get to the root of the dead things and pull it out and get rid of it. We notice that these things are just lying there dead, taking up space for the growth to happen. This is when we have to get serious about getting to the root of the issue, because you see, if I just come on top of this, I'm not really getting to the root of what this is that's growing dead inside. Now, I'm going to shake some off, because sometimes things that are dying inside of us that we need to get rid of sometimes still has some goodness, and that's the story that's a part of the soil that we'll need for growth to continue to happen. We throw that away because that's not what we need. Things that shouldn't be in us have roots, and the roots begin to take hold into what we are designed. So this garden was designed for growth of what I wanted. I wanted a salad garden. Things crept into it. I didn't plant this. And so I have to get rid of what's not supposed to be in my garden. And I got to get rid of these things because they're taking away all the nutrients and all the goodness that's in the soil that I need for growth. And do you see the similarities for life too? Because there are things that are taking up all the good stuff out of us. They're taking our time, they're taking our money. And we got to get rid of those things because they have to be gone forever, so that we can get back to what we're designed and built, which is for growth and for life. We have to get rid of the dead things in order for life to happen. After we've pulled the dead out, in order that growth and life can come back into our garden, when we've done that to our lives and we've started pulling those things, what we must find immediately we must find someone who, just like the soil that we added into the garden, will come and add the nutrients that we need. And that may come in the shape of a mentor. I know for me that when I started surrounding myself with people who truly cared about my best interest and not just giving me what I wanted to hear, that was what I needed in order to be able to thrive and to continue on the path of the greatness that I'm set out to do. And so just like the soil that we added into the garden, you must find those people who will add into you, because you see, when you leave and pull up the roots, you now have a hole. And when you have a hole, something's going to fill back in there. The choice is yours to make, and mine as well, friends, that we choose to add more nutrients in where there's now that hole from where we pulled out the dead and we pulled that by the roots. Now is where we can insert the soil so that the growth will be able to happen and that soil goes in to fill in the hole. Because we need that in our lives. We need people who are pouring into us, who are adding value and adding what it is that we need. So the encouragement for you today is to be who you're designed and created to be. You're created for growth and for life. And friends, I want us all to pull out that deadness that's within us, or that thing that's just laying there dormant. It really isn't doing harm, so we think, but it's taking up space where we could be growing what it is that we want in life. The goals we set are stemmed from the problems we've had and the life that we're fed up of having, so that in turn and in time, we can be who we're created and designed to be. There are seeds of greatness within us all. It is time to rise up.